Go.
Hi, sir. There are conflicting messages, on the Sino-U.S. discussions.
About from the Lude asked the question. Social media.
Yeah. From the question is from Mr. Lude. So President Pence was saying that there will be no deal, but President Trump was saying the reverse. So what exactly is happening?
Here's, I think, the important thing to keep in mind. Vice President Pence's speech at the Hudson Institute. Every blogger, every commenter, I think every citizen of China should read it and study it, because it's probably the most significant, important speech has been given about American-Chinese relationships in 50, 60 years. What he said is that we understand that we have a very close relationship with the Chinese people, a very close relationship with the country of China. But what you've had is this kind of radical cadre of the CCP that is forced in all aspects of society, basically war, information war, and economic war, as outlined in the book Unrestricted Warfare, which you should know I carry around almost like a Bible to study, right? I study this all the time. These are my notes, right? That says that the American government and the American people understand China's not the enemy, the Chinese people are not the enemy, but a radical element of the CCP is the enemy. And all forces of our government, information warfare, economic warfare, will be arrayed against them, as personified by the trade deal. Now, President Trump is one of the master negotiators in the world. And he understands that Wang Qishan and others around him in that cadre are trying to play games and trying to put up for the stock market, right? Of which people have to understand the CCP is trying to manipulate the stock market, right? They're buying on days that they say the Americans are closer to a deal, and they're selling on days that Americans are not close to a deal. It's all a game, okay? And sophisticated people, the Lighthisers and the Navarros and the people leading those negotiations know it's a game. So what Wang Qishan, right, and the radical cadre that literally are keeping the Chinese people in serfdom, right, and trying to take all the wealth of China for themselves, are trying to have all this very superficial negotiations on just optics, where they're going to buy trillions of dollars of stuff in the United States that's never going to be effective. The one thing with President Trump, and I think that's why you see the unity of it as personified by Vice President Pence's speech, is that there are now people, the Lighthisers, the Stephen Millers, the Peter Navarros, the Steve Bannons, the Mike Pences, others, right, that understand, the new Defense Secretary Shanahan, right, Mike Pompeo, right, John Bolton, right, that understand that this is all a game that's being played, that not just simply hurts the American people, it hurts the Chinese people more than that.
Yes.
And so I think that I would tell your bloggers and people that came, understand that people at a very sophisticated level, and that's why there's not going to be any, even if you hear about potential deals or whatever, this conflict is going to go on for quite a while. And here's why it's going to go on for quite a while. This conflict is about the Chinese people, right? It's about the freedom of the Chinese people, right? It's about the Chinese people not having to live under fear. It's about the Chinese people not having to live under intimidation, right? It's about the Chinese people understanding they have basic human rights, right? And they don't have to be imprisoned. They don't have to be beaten. Their property doesn't have to be taken, right? Their ancestors have done too much to make China the great nation it is today, to have the Chinese people be abused, right? Terrorized, right? Imprisoned, maybe even killed or committed suicide by a totalitarian dictatorship run by radicals like Wang Qishan and President Xi. And so I think that they should, view it in that entire context.
100% correct. I think, sir, many Chinese want to know your opinion. This is very helpful. Thank you very much. I think 路德 is really happy. 路德呀，专为你采访了班农先生。今天是1月19号，现在是下午几点 I think it's the 130啊，1.30供你使用啊，谢谢班农。
Like for example, those Chinese